Hello and welcome back to Out of War. We're in the Arctic winter here. So as you can see, I've expanded my steel mesh walls and ceiling there, and we're going to continue ramping up the side of this mountain here. Let's see how far we can get today. Also a little bit later there's a bit of building I want to do. I want to put a ramp up to this side of the tunnel entrance here, and we'll go ahead then in the next couple of episodes there and connect our road network to this side. I'm kind of looking forward to getting into a bit more building there. Also at level 45 coming up here, we're going to have a new loader, or a loader upgrade I should say rather, which is not quite twice the capacity as this one, but it's thereabouts. It's really quite the upgrade. Not too sure I want to build any more onto this mesh wall or ceiling there. We'll see how it goes. I think I need to zoom my camera in slightly there so I'm not clipping so much. And that's the deal. Let's get ourselves 4 or 5 loads, full rock truck loads of pay dirt out of here. Then we'll kind of re-evaluate and see how things are going. All cut up there, and delete that on the way down. And hopefully we'll have actually enough cash there. We're at 4.8 million now, but the building is a little bit expensive. It's a good thing though, it gives you something to spend your cash on. You know, I'd have 20-30 million just sitting here if I didn't build things with not a whole lot to do with it. So it's you know, kind of a reward for your time of grinding all the dirt there. And my building isn't the prettiest thing in the world, of course, but I'm quite happy with it for the first go around. I'm sure there's lots of ways you can build good looking things and have nice infrastructure. I'm sure functional will do for me. But those smelters are at full capacity right now, so cash shouldn't really be an issue anytime soon, but we will see how it goes. We can always expand the warehouse over there and put in some more smelters if ever I need to, just to be a little bit more time efficient with how we're making cash here. I'm gonna go ahead and get another couple of loads onto the bed of that truck there. Snow lightly coming down at the moment. Oops, that's some permafrost. We seem to be bouncing off it. But I'm hoping this next loader upgrade is going to have a little bit more speed to it. I understand that it's going to be a big old hefty machine. But yeah, this one, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It is nice. I'm just not a huge fan of it. And we do have some coal in the storage there. I could go down and do a couple of coal quests maybe to get that loader and try it out now. But I think we'll stick with this one for the time being there. Okay, let's go ahead and straighten it up a little bit here. Overshot that dump deck quite a bit. A little bit of sunshine coming out, it seems like. There we go. Let's scrape. If I can keep the machine straight, it would be a huge help. Come on. Okay, let's tilt that bucket a little bit down, lift it. There we go. That's what I needed. Make some room for those next concrete pieces, so I'm not digging out so much by hand. Is the intention. Do the same again on this side. There we go. See if we can scrape a little bit of that overhang on the way back there. Go ahead there and see if we can't get that out of there. Ugh. Game didn't like that one so much. But as you can see, we've quite a bit to go there before we get towards, we'll say, the summit of this mountain. There's only one way to get there, and it is by digging it out. I guess you could use explosives, but that doesn't seem so fun. Would take quite a while. With the drain lights there. Plus with the fleet of vehicles I have and the amount of building I'm doing there with concrete blocks, need to keep that cash flow coming in. Okay, let's try and take a little slice off that left there, if I can. Mostly dirt and ice in that bucket, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get it off the mountain here. Ugh. Game really doesn't like that. Let's get a little bit high here. I'm gonna bounce off that, I think. Yeah. I'm curious if that the machine bouncing off the dirt like that is intentional, as in the ground is so frozen there's just no way to cut through it. I'm assuming that that is the case. I don't have an answer for it though. So let's continue here up this hill. Kind of take a little bit of a medium one, scrape the right hand side there, cut that dirt back. We'll be a little bit greedy with this one and go for one more. We won't go all the way down with the bucket, but we'll go for a lowish one. Just like that. There we go. Bouncing all over the place. Okay, there we go. Take a little bit of that corner out with us on the way down, why not? There we go, and we have a nice full truck. So I think I can jump out here and get myself a couple of ramp pieces down. Hoping I made this wide enough as the machinery gets bigger and bigger. Hopefully it will be able to fit up here. I do have some ambition to do some mining at the top of this mountain at least. Alright, let's get ourselves a flat piece here just to help us out. Here we go. We can get down another couple of pieces here just to help guide us as we make our way up. There we go. So we can dump this truck and go again. Reduce my speed ever so slightly as I come down that hill, touching on the brakes. There's another fat load of pay dirt on its way to be made into ores. And diamonds and rubies, of course, how could I forget? Right, there we go, back in position nice and quickly. If I could just get out of the thing, that would be nice. There we go. Alright, let's attack the left here with a slightly higher one. Oh, and we're bouncing back off that permafrost. There is something else in there. Let me go ahead and check what we have here with my metal analyzer. You would assume that it is a rock. Let me get first person here. Pay dirt. Oh, it's aluminium. Ooh. First time coming across this. So I'm wondering if my plant over here is actually set up to get aluminium. I don't think that I am. But let's get a couple of scoops here and see whereabouts that's going to end up in my plant. Will it go into the sluice box perhaps? I'm not too sure. We're going to find out here pretty shortly. That's nice actually. I think outside paid earth, coal and blasted rock, of course, that is the first mineral I've run into on its own. Just out in the wild here. So we'll see how big this vein is. We may have to kind of readjust our plans here to allow for getting as much of that as possible. But it appears to be just a slither here on the side of this mountain. And I did a clean out there fully the last time I was down in the plant. So I'll be able to tell where that aluminium is ending up in our system. Hopefully it will pass right through the system and go through the smelter there. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's continue on the left here, just to expose this vein. Okay, there's not a whole lot of it there by the looks of things. Would be shame to blast that out of my way with the draenite, so I think I might actually just veer off the path here for a couple of scoops to get that. Okay, and just like that it is gone, unless it's going higher up into the mountain there. We'll find out. I think we can cut back into the right now. We've unfortunately exhausted our aluminium supply already. Just a couple of buckets there. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Alright, let's lower this bucket and try and bring a bit of momentum into this. We're stopped dead in our tracks. Okay, and we can scoop. Not too bad. Seems to be a bit of a hard dirt up there on the right, so I'm gonna go for a higher one this time. Take as much momentum as I can get with me. Oh, it's really struggling on this hill, and we're not getting through that too easily. So I think what I want to do is try and scrape it as I come back there. There we go, that got rid of it nicely. The rest of it then should be quite easy to get through. Good. There we can scoop, it's a full load. A little bit disappointed that that aluminium van was so small, but I'm sure we'll run into more of it at some point or another. And that truck is full. Let's go ahead and empty that out and get ourselves ready to go again. My fleet of windmills in the distance putting the work in. Oh, it's a bit too much. Get up. I didn't think I was getting up there, but we got it. We made it. There we go. And I always miss this jump up without fail. I think I just forget that I get stuck with the truck every time I pull up there. Just slips my mind. Can we get this? Kind of, but not easily. Okay, somehow we're full there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Whoa. Would have been disaster. Alright. Let's take a little more chunk of that there. It's good. That will do. Need to get myself some safety features at the side of this tunnel entrance, let's call it. Or exit, perhaps. Exit more like us. Very sudden exit. For the unsuspecting. Alright, let's see if we can get this stubborn bit out. No problem this time. But I get the feeling the next one won't be so easy. Oh. Sliding all over the place. And again, trying to carry momentum up this hill, but this machine does not like this hill. Good God, it does really not. Okay, that came out a lot easier than I was expecting, thankfully. And we're making good progress on the right, so I think we're going to stick with it for now. Let's try and get ourselves a lower window. That would do nicely. Turn those teeth down. Good. Getting into a bit of a solid rock there, I think again. We should just miss it slightly. Let's actually take another low one down there just to see if we are going to miss that rock. I hope so. We can always blast it, no big deal, but I prefer to just scoot around it if possible. Alright, let's start clearing out the left here. Hopefully that terraform will unlock by the time I get there. Come on, come on. There we go. Alright, get those teeth down. A little bit of aluminium in there as well. Go for a higher one, take a little bit of this ice out of that way. There we go. Nice quick full bucket. And we can go for a similar this one this time. That bucket up there. There we go. That's nice. Very nice indeed. I think we can safely call that one full. Self-aligned up there. Okay, good. Now actually what I do want to do since I'm down here is run down to my facility there and check that that aluminium run through the smelter or is it in storage. I would imagine it ran through the smelter. I just want to check out of curiosity. It's either in the sluice box or the smelter, I would imagine. So let's see the sluice box. It is not there. So this is the normal smelter. Do you do aluminium? You do. There's a bit of steel in there as well. Not quite sure where that came out of. Maybe we're getting steel, are we? A little bit of lithium there, so I guess we're scraping some of that rock. Yeah, I want to say that that aluminium went into the smelter there. Well, this is what I'm hoping. Where else would it be, right? It would be underground if it wasn't in any of the storages. Let's go ahead and fuel this truck up. Not sure if I've ever fueled this up since I got it. You'd imagine she has a big old tank. It's taking quite a while there. Beautiful. Okay, so I think I want to get 1 or 2 more loads full here and then get into building a ramp down here to connect this side of the tunnel, and eventually we'll build our roadway out this way and connect to our existing road network there. Just for fun. I do enjoy using the paving machine, I have to say. Okay, and we're getting back into that aluminium there. seems to be a vertical streak in it. Perhaps if we go down to the bottom of the hill there and dig in, I will find more of that. That's not a major concern now. We're getting plenty of pay dirt. Alrighty, let's take a higher one, why not? The big old thing struggling up the hill here. Losing control. Managed to hold on to her. Alright, let's get it down. Back to the momentum, I should say. Oh, there we go. I like that the snow kind of slightly blows into this cave here, but it doesn't go too far in. It's very immersive. I do like it. We got some stubborn dirt here yet again. Let me try and angle this bucket in a way that it wants to come. There we go. And if we can reverse there, that we'll have to do. It's the best way I can get it out of there, I'm afraid. Okay, let's go for a lower one. Scrape a little bit of that rock as we come in. And out. Same idea this time. Just turn those teeth slightly down. Don't want to dig into the ground too far. Just take the bare minimum material out of here that we need to. I think I'll grab a screenshot there. Why not? Will do nicely. Oops, and we're bouncing again. Come on, get stuck into it there. Okay, so I think we can call this full. And to jump out here. I'm gonna do a little bit of building there, and we'll break out a bit of explosives as well, just to clean up this edge. Don't think we're going to be getting a machine out far enough here to clean up this without having a major accident, I would say. Would be fun to see that, I must admit. So there we go, and we're back to number 1. We'll just help ourselves out here with grid builds. And could you turn for me, please? There we go. Get ourselves back into third person here. Or not. Get turn. There we go. And we can go ahead here and get ourselves down another block. There we go. Actually need to go ahead and do a restock here on my ramping supplies. We're running low and I'm gonna need a whole bunch of them. So let's go into our store here, and it is polished concrete, I believe. So there's number 1. Let's just go ahead and buy a whole bunch of those. Quite expensive, but that's okay. We're pretty flush in cash, I would say. That should do us for quite a while. Alrighty, let's break out some drainite here and do a little bit of cleaning up. I bought the drone there just out of curiosity. It's a cool little thing, but I don't have the patience for it, I'm afraid. So we can blast all the way up along here. Let's get myself into first person, make it a little bit easier for myself. This overhang here can most certainly go. A little bit of jumping to cheese it, but that's okay, everybody likes cheese. Can get rid of all of this. Alrighty, let's get ourselves to safety there. And set off the chain of events, or the chain reaction, I was gonna say. Very nice indeed, but we can go for a second pass here, I think. Think we can indeed. And let's make sure that there isn't an overhang up there. The skill point for the vertical jump has come in incredibly handy, I must say. Okay, don't leave a floater. Oh my god. Hopefully I can get this without too much hassle there. Let's see. Yeah, it's an easy one to guess, thankfully. That one, and you're going to be slightly too high, are you? Nope. Beautiful. And we can do a little bit more here, just to make it slightly easier. Get rid of all this sidewall here if we can. Get rid of that. That. Okay, let's go again. How's that looking there now? Not incredible. We can definitely do another one here. Oh, we got a couple of small floaters there. Let's see if we can get that. And here might be a tricky one, but we got us without too much hassle, which is nice, very nice indeed. Alrighty, Let's blast again. And okay. This needs a little bit of a clean up here. It's too bad that that loader is kind of trash. Like you know, there is no way it's getting up this. Absolutely no way. They can't even get up this barely. It's unfortunate. I should go down and get the L11, I guess, but the Drain Knights will suffice. And a little bit more here. Alright, let's just lose the last couple of these that I have here. That's not looking too bad there. By the time we get to the top of this, we're going to be doing a whole lot of blasting though. That's the downside. But anyway, we can actually go ahead there and restock. Why not? Let's scroll up. Let's go ahead and buy a whole bunch of that. Okay, so now let me dump this truck off and I will come back up here and we will start working on building a little ramp up here and start thinking about making a road out in this direction. Okay, I'll be back. Let me just dump this. Okay, so I went ahead and emptied my rock truck there. Now what I want to do is exactly what I'm doing, ramping up there, but I'm going to ramp down. But I would like to keep it in line with my top platform here if I could. So hopefully I can get this to work for me. And that is the wrong way. Immediately it's not working. So okay, let me see if we can do this. Now if I stand on this, am I in line? I would say so. Let's move here to the left then. Hopefully it won't fall off this mountain behind me. Let's see if you will be so kind as to snap on here. Although I don't want snap build, I want grid. How is that looking? And I think that that is fine. Need to get up top here and check again, of course. Okay, so let's just turn you. There we go. Alrighty, how is this looking? Looks good, I would say. Let me get out my pickaxe here and get rid of this ice real quickly. Okay, and that ice is fine, that can stay there. So, the exact same process as before, except we're going down. You want to turn? There you go. And is that one? It is good. Okay, can we get you here? And oh god, I may have I may have misunderestimated how long it's going to take to get down here, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. We have the cash. So let's go ahead and spend it, why not? Okay, let's get some support under there. So it's not just a ramp floating in the sky. Okay, let me get back to my ramp pieces now. And hopefully you will turn the way I want you to. That is not what I want, obviously. Need to come out one grid. Okay, so if I do this, just as a guide. Okay, that should be fine. Let me get up top here to take back my piece. Actually, I need that piece. What I am doing. What am I doing? There we go. Alrighty, let's see if I can get you all the way over there. Okay. A bit more foundation here. Have to go across and fill in the other side, of course, but it's not a problem really. Okay, let's see how this is looking here. Looks good. Money-wise, it's going to be quite the investment, but I think it will be worth it. Alrighty, let's get back to the ramp pieces here then. So, hopefully those are the correct ones. Let's get up top here real quick. And I may have to remove this piece here. Get you on there. There we go. Gonna be one hell of a ramp. Oh my god. The the angle is not in my favor. I thought they were a little bit more sloped than what they are, but it's okay. No problem. That should do for the next set then. Get you built out as well. There we go. There we go. So let's get our next pieces up there then. Need to go back up top. Just like that. Alright, need to work on the walls a bit more then. Can actually build these out quite a bit. Get the support underneath, of course, so it's not just floating. Nobody likes the floaters in this game, me included. There we go. How's that looking there now? Looks good. Be quite interesting if we just started tunneling straight in under this ramp. Might be an idea. Break the tunnel machine out. And we can get some more ramp built here, just a few more blocks. Like that should be enough for the next two sets of ramp pieces there. If my brain did this correctly. Okay, and won't you rotate for me? Of course you will. There's a good piece of ramp. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. And I didn't do it correctly. I'm gonna have to put in One more piece of concrete block here. One more at the other side there. Get our last piece here. Oops. There we go. Come on, turn. Okay, we need to do some work on our wall here, but first we need to go ahead and buy that wall. It is this one here. Let's go ahead and get 300 more of those. And I'm thinking about there would be enough for the next set of ramps. And about there, we shall see how it goes. Fill in the bottom here. Did it wrong again, but that's okay. And that's not what I was looking for. There's the sledge. Save us. Beautiful. Sledge out. There we go. Slowly but surely getting there. We're almost at the ground, kind of. Maybe. Almost there. We can go ahead and get our sledge out and take you down as well. Get this one into position here. There we go. Not like that. Come on. Need to take that metal detector off my hotbar. It's very situational that thing comes out. I'm not one for inventory management, but that is starting to annoy me there. Okay, that's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and get ourselves the next set lined up here. Oh, come on, won't you do what I want you to do? There you are. Get one more down. Okay, let's get down underneath here and do some foundation work. I think... something like that, I think. Should get us the next couple of steps here. It is a shame to waste the space underneath. I'm thinking what to do. If nothing else, it could be a nice area to park some vehicles. Our fleet of vehicles is kind of wide right now. We have a whole bunch of things all over the map. But it's good. I feel like I got use out of every vehicle I've, you know, spent time to grind out in this game. Grind out the money to get, I should say. And the level requirements, obviously. The level requirements been the painful bit. The cash is the relatively easy bit, I would say. Okay, and I think something like this should advance us quite a lot more the way there. Let's get back up top here and see how it's looking. Ah yeah, almost there. So we're on this piece here. Then we have this one. Back to number 1. Rotate. Hard to get that second one there for some reason. Not quite sure why. Surely get it from down below here. There you are. So should be able to finish the rest off from down below now. Let's get that concrete block back out. The wrong way, obviously. It's going too well for it not to make a mess of itself. Okay, we need a bit more concrete foundation here, or not foundation, support I should say. And then will you fit here? You will, beautiful. Okay, let's finish off this side then. There we are. We don't have to finish all the way. It's nice that the snow is kind of covering some of it there. But we will try to get you in there. Good. And I'm happy enough. We can get one more on there. Why not? Beautiful. Nice bit of concrete support under there then. Why not, since we're down here. And that is it. It is a ramp. I hope it's big enough to accommodate all the machinery that I'm going to use it for. It should be no problem. It's quite wide. 5 grids is quite a big space in this game. Let's take the loader down for a spin. Whoa. Danger. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room on this thing. The problem is now I have to bring the loader back up this. I should have thought about this before I did it. That's okay though. Yeah, I'm going to call this a success, and you can see our home base over there in the distance. So we'll probably cut a road going straight ahead of us here, and also out to the left there to connect to the existing one. But anyway, that's it for me. Cheers for watching. Good progress in this one. We're still working our way up this mountain here, of course, but we're going to get there over a couple of episodes. It's quite a long sitting there to just dig that out all the way to the top. But yeah, it's going to be a work in progress, and we'll see what happens when we get all the way up to the top there. So cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.